बैक माय चैनल ब्रेन टेस्टर। तो आज हम लोग हमें पढ़ेंगे केमिस्ट्री में फिजिकल चेंज और केमिकल चेंज। केमिस्ट्री, फिजिकल चेंज एंड केमिकल चेंज। There are many more changes, but first we will study about physical change. Let's continue it. Physical change. A change in which no new substance is formed. So, physical change, a change in which no new substance is formed, is called physical change. If you cut the paper, so if you cut the paper will remain paper only. It will not change into ash or some things. So that's called physical change. A change in which no new substance is formed. If you take any substance and if you try to change it into another substance, so that substance is if you cut the paper, now I just explain the example. If you cut the paper will remain same. The paper will remain same. It will not change into wood or ash. So that's called physical change. The change in which no new substance formed. Okay, so let's learn about chemical change. Chemical change, a change in which new substance formed. In physical change, no new substance, but in chemical change, new substance formed. Such as, take an example, if you burn the paper will become to ash. It will transform into ash. Why? Because there is a chemical change. The change in which new substance formed, it can't be reversed also. That's called, and new substance formed, that's called a chemical change. Let's one by one we will recapitulate by some changes are there. So these are the changes. Now we'll learn about some of the changes, some not all of the changes, with some examples. First is slow change. Slow change, the change which occurs in slow. Such and many more examples are there. Germinations of seed. Germination of seed. The seed is germinating. That occurs in slow. So that's called the slow change. Rusting of iron. The iron is rusting. That's also occurs in slow. So it's a slow change. You may see after 15 or 16 days it will become rust or some seed germinate into plants. So that's occurs in slow. So that is a slow change. Many more examples are there. One more I will give. Now, curdling of milk. The milk is converted into curd. So that takes about 1 or 2 days to form into curd. So that's slow change. It occurs into slow, so it is a slow change. Now we will study about fast change. Fast change. What is fast change? The change which is occurred in fast is called fast change. Many more examples are there. Burning of matchstick. This burning of matchsticks occurred fast. How? If you burn the matchsticks, the matchsticks will burn firstly in a certain seconds of time. So that change occurs in fast. So that's the fast change. Many more examples there. One more I will say, and 2 more also. Burning of matchsticks, bursting of balloon. You can understand it how the bursting of balloon will come. If you burst the balloon, the bursting of balloon is a fast. If you burst the balloon, it may occur in fast. It may not. It should. It must be occur in fast. So that's called fast change. One more example: bursting of firecracker. Bursting of firecracker. The bursting of firecracker is same as the bursting of balloon. If you burst the balloon, it may change in fast, and if you burst the firecracker, it will continuously in a how fast motions. It bursts in fast, so it is a fast motion. Let's continue. Some more changes are there. Reversible change. Reversible change. Reversible change is which is reversed. Such an example I will say. The example is mimosa plant. Mimosa plant is a plant. What is mimosa plant? The mimosa plant is reversed. Can be reversed. How it is reversed is, if you touch that mimosa plant is also called touch me not plant. The touch me not plant, if you it is like this. I don't know how to draw it. And if you touch this flower, the flower petals started to close. The flower petals started to close, and after same interval of time, I mean what to say is, after 5 or 6 minutes, 10 or 16 minutes, it again the petals of this flower open, started to rise again. So this can be reversed. If the petals automatically close means the petals can automatically open. Okay, and melting of ice. Melting of ice. The ice is melting into liquid, and you can again transform into how, which, into what, into ice. How? By keeping into refrigerator. So if the ice melts, we can reverse into ice. So one more example I will say. Switching off bulb. If the bulb is open, if the bulb is switched on, you can off, again you can on, again you can off. So it is reversible. It can be reversed. We can again on, again off, again on, again off. So it is called reversible change because it is reversed. So let's come to irreversible change. Now irreversible change. What is irreversible change? Is the change which can't be reversed. The change which can't be reversed, which cannot be reversed by us and some other mechanical instrument. Such as, I will tell the example first. Falling of leaves from tree. Falling of leaves from tree. What is this? This is the irreversible change, because you cannot again paste it into a tree. You cannot. By using gum or tape you can do it, but that is not I want to say that is a fixed, that is a become a part. If you cut your hand, you can again not fixed by some fevicums or some sellotapes. So you have to just lie down that the cutting hand, you have to walk and here and there. You have to manage this cutting hand. Okay, so falling of leaves. And one more example I want to say is, burning of paper. What is burning of paper? The burning of paper converted into ash. Burning of paper convert into ash. If burning of paper convert into ash, you cannot change the ash into paper. Will you change? No. Just reply on the comment. Okay. So burning of paper become into ash. Ash cannot come into paper. Become into paper. So it can't be reversed. So it is a irreversible change. And one more example I want to say. Tearing of paper. Tearing of paper. If you tear the paper, will you join again? By sellotape or gum you can do, but naturally no. So that's irreversible change. Now let's study about periodic change. Periodic change. Now let's study about periodic change. The changes which occurs at the same interval of time is called periodic change. Some examples are there. Swinging of pendulum clock. Of pendulum clock. The pendulum clock has some dislike. Okay, this like some of the clock have, and this clock moves to and fro. Moves to and fro means it goes and come. How much it takes time to cover this distance, that distance will take here, and that's much time also this takes to come here and go there. So this I want to say is swinging of pendulum clock. And one more example I want to say, heartbeat. The sound of heartbeat, you know, dhak 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 dhak. So that dhak dhak will come at the same interval time, dhak dhak. So after 1 or 2 seconds, dhak dhak. After 1 and 2 seconds, dhak dhak. So it takes some interval of time. Okay. One more I will give a rotation of fan. Rotation of fan. So this rotation of fan, if you see your fan just above you, you will see it moves it is in a rotatory motions, and it occurs in a same interval of time. How much time it take to rotate, so that much time it will take again to rotate. Okay, this I want to say, the change which occurred in a same interval of time at a fixed time is called fixed distance also. That's called periodic change. Let's come to non-periodic change. Non-periodic change. What is non-periodic change? It's the change which occur at irregular time. Not the time is not fixed. So that is called non-periodic change. Many more examples, but I will explain you 3 examples. Non-periodic change example is flood, cyclone, and one more is earthquake. Flood, cyclone, earthquake. These 3 not tell you, then I will come. I will come after 2 years. I will come after 3 months. It will not tell, and its time is not fixed when it will come. Okay, so that's what I want to say is non-periodic changes, the time and the distance and what it take to cover and how much time it take to cover. So that is not fixed. Anytime it will come, anytime it will happen. So that I want to say, flood anytime will come, cyclone anytime will come, and earthquake anytime will come. And now I will some disaster and some benefits, desirable and undesirable change. Now come to desirable change. What is desirable change? Is the change which is beneficial for us. The change which is beneficial for us, or some uses. It comes to some uses. Some more examples are there, but I will explain the 3. Sharpening of knife. Sharpening of knife. The sharpening of knife is benefit for us. How to cut vegetable, to cut fruits, and to cut any more substances. One more example I will say is drying of wet clothes. Drying of wet clothes is desirable change. How? Because the wet clothes is dry means it is comfortable to wear also, and it is dry. So that is benefit for us. How? Because the cloth is cleaned. How it's cleaned? Because we wash, and it automatically dry with the help of sun's heat or any air. Okay, now let's study about undesirable change. Undesirable change. What is undesirable change? Is the changes which is harmful for us or cause destruction, such as earthquake. It is harmful for us, also cause destructions. So that is undesirable change. I will write the examples. Earthquake is that, and spoiling of food, and breaking of glass. Earthquake, breaking of glass, and spoiling of food, fruit, and some snacks. So that is undesirable change because it can't use. It is not coming in use of us. It is not benefit for us. The things, the change which is benefit for us is desirable change, not an undesirable change. The changes is which is not an benefit for us, cause some form of harms or destructions, is called undesirable change. Now I'll explain one by one all the definitions with clearly. Okay, now I'll teach you from the books. Physical change, a change in which no new substance is formed, is called physical change. A change in which no new substance, the change I told in physical change only, it is physical change definition, a change in which no new substance is formed. Certain examples are there: interconversion of states of matter, the conversion of states of matter, solid to liquid, liquid to gas, and gas to solid, and gas to liquid, dissolve. Okay, and dissolving a solid in a liquid. Dissolving of solid in liquid means chini, such as sugar. If you dissolve the sugar into sugar cubes into water and mix it, the sugar dissolved in water. And drying of wet cloths. Drying of wet cloths is an physical change. How? Because if you dry, the wet cloth is dry, the cloths is remain cloths only, not change into plastics or some more. Okay. Now I will show you some activity that proves that it is a physical change. How it is physical change. Okay. Now such an activity I want to show. Just take a paper, any paper, waste paper or useful paper. Take a scissor and cut it. What it is? What it is? It remains paper only, not change into plastics. So the substance which you do anything which is and not change into substance, another substance, different substance, is physical change. And same I will show in the chemical change with this paper only. Now I will same do with this paper only. Okay. See, some ashes come here. See this ash. You can see this ash. So you can again change this into paper. No, this ash cannot be changed into this paper. So this is a chemical change. Now I just show you this a chemical change, and this before I just shown you a physical change. Now I will explain one by one. So this activity over, and chemical change I want to say some properties of physical changes. There are physical changes are temporary and can be easily reversible. So physical change is a temporary change and easily reversible. The physical change is reversed. It can be reversed if you, such an example, if you drying of wet cloths. If you dry the wet cloths, the cloths will again change into wet and again change into dry. So that's a physical change. No new substance formed. So that is no new substance. No new substance formed means if you cut paper, just I now show you, the paper will remain paper only. And heat may be given out or absorbed in a physical change. Heat given out or may come. Such how, if you drying of wet cloths, how just the question is there, how the wet cloths dry? Because the wet cloth dry is the cooling of wet cloths come out and heatness of outside come into wet cloth. So the heatness of outside temperature is come into cloth, so it dried. So some chemical change definition is there. A change is a permanent change. This chemical change is a permanent change in which entirely new substance formed. This entirely means this. If you do this, it will become, it change into some new substance. The new substance will get transformed. And just now I saw if you burn the paper become into ash. Ash is new substance. Okay. Now I'm going to say rusting of iron also, that's a chemical change. You can't reverse, and also the chemical change cannot be reversed. Burning of paper, rusting of iron, these are examples. Leaves in autumn, falling of leaves in autumn, cooking of food, fermentation. This you can't be reversed, and this is a chemical change. And some properties are there of chemical change. New substance formed with the new properties. Paper is a property, some new properties, and if you burn is ash become into new substance. Chemical change cannot be reversed. Chemical change cannot be reversed. If you burn the paper, it will become ash, and ash cannot become into paper. Chemical change are accompanied with the change in energy in the form of heat or light or sound. The chemical change will come. How it come? With the heat, light or sound. To burn paper, heat come. To dry wet cloths, heat come. Okay, this I want to say. And change in weight occurs during a chemical change. A change in weight. Okay, how change in weight? If you're drying of wet cloths, the wet cloths you just imagine or just measure the weight. Measure the weight. If you measure the weight cloths weight is some 1 kilos or 2 kilos. And if you dry the wet cloths, it will become dry. That way you will measure is 500 grams in grams or kgs. 500 kgs if you take the bundle of cloths. But in drying of wet cloths means 200 kgs it will come. How? Because the water is heated and evaporated. Okay, that I want to say that. So many more examples in physical change. Piece of ice placed in a beaker melts. Chemical change, magnesium wire glows red hot flame. And change involve energy changes. This changes also how it's upward, because it come into change. Drying of wet cloth, heat energy came into there, so it will evaporated. Okay. That's it. Okay class, I will meet you in the next video. Thank you, and please like and subscribe.